condition, middle class person who can say, okay, I have another apartment that in the future maybe I can rent and to have another income, this kind of measure scares me very much.
Well, again, if you have one already and you've had it for many years, it's eligible for being rented.
Yeah, but 18% is a,
Well,
is a
this
fee.
is a percentage which, as Mary Frances pointed out, is not among the highest in the area, and
Is the highest in the
No,
area.
No, it's not.
No, it's much lower.
no. So, I mean, facts are facts.
Facts
We-
are
There are
facts.
many of us who are interested in the situation, and we also participate. I have an investment, I have apartments that I rent out, and so I'm very much interested in this. And I believe that investors are very careful. I know for myself, you're very careful. If something goes wrong with my investment, my retirement is jeopardized. I'll tell you something, that if I, in my own personal apartment, loathe having painters in, but if a person whom I've rented to says, there's a crack on the wall, I want that taken care of instantly. So I don't think you have to worry about investors. In your case, you'd like to be an investor. We are not against investors. What we are is to try to make certain that the interests of the building as a whole are balanced. And that's what all this is about. It's not a question of going against investors or for investors. We are all shareholders here, and we need to balance our needs, one with the other. That's what co-ops are about, cooperation. And we just try to do the best we can. If we err, then we will try again. But let's move on. Okay. We have been concerned about and have had a lot of questions about our litigation costs. We have had an ongoing litigation with Ms. Platt, who is a director on our board. We are very pleased that Ms. Platt's suit against the cooperative was dismissed by the judge.
Not true.
Yes, it is.
Oh, please.
We are also pleased that the court agreed with the board and issued a preliminary injunction to prevent Ms. Platt from continuing to disclose privileged attorney-client communications.
Which I consented to,
Of course,
because that's a
when the court,
fiduciary duty.
when the court gives you an order, you are very
No,
kind to consent.
before the issue.
Unfortunately, litigation has continued, and Ms. Platt has both appealed court's decisions and filed some 11 additional motions in the past year that the cooperative's lawyers have had to respond to. The board would like to see an end to this litigation. Ms. Platt has made demands for significant monetary payments in order to cease and desist. The board has no intention of using any shareholder money to repay. Cooperatives being represented in part by counsel, the cooperative is being in part represented by counsel assigned by its insurer, which means that the insurer pays for that portion of our legal representation. It's not all of it. But certain of the claims require the board to be represented by its own counsel, and this is a substantial cost.
The claims that are
If you are
represented
asked
by
about-
the own counsel are the ones that the co-op brought against me. And there has been a lot of misinformation as to who is suing who caused the litigation. And I would like to read the opening sentence of the judge's decision, which says, "In this action, Plaintiff Cooperative Corporation sues Elaine Platt, who is a member of the cooperative." A lot has been said that I
Ms.
brought
Platt, I
a
believe I was
debt.
speaking.
Yes,
Ms.
but you were
Platt.
speaking so inaccurately and so
Ms. Platt,
unfairly,
I am
and I
not
think people here are entitled to get some real accuracy and some balance. I
Ms.
only
Platt,
need
I
3
am
minutes,
reading the
Vivian.
comments our attorney
I
has
know
prepared
who you
for us.
paid for.
They are highly accurate.
They're not at all
Ms.
accurate.
Platt, Ms. Platt
So-
sued us,
All right.
this
All right,
cooperative.
well, wait a second.
What-
This is, I'm a shareholder here, and I don't want to listen to you bicker between yourselves. Can you please let the president finish speaking, and will Ms. Platt be given an opportunity?
Absolutely.
you.
Okay, go ahead,
Thank
please.
Thank you, and it's a very good suggestion. All right. We have, how is the litigation to be settled? We would ask Ms. Platt to cease and desist. The fact of the matter is that nothing much can be gained by any of it. Ms. Platt has sued the co-op. We then responded. The response, Ms. Platt's portion of the suit was dismissed by the court. The remainder of our suit is still in the court, and Ms. Platt is making motions on a continual basis which have to be defended. That is why they're a legal case. To the extent that it comes from our suit against her, our counter-suit against her, we have to pay for the legal representation. That is the beginning and the end of it.
Do I
How
get my
much
chance now?
is the cost to date for the litigation?